Yo people, or should I say, yo me. You are every person that has ever existed, not only on this planet, but in the entire expanse of the universe. And the mechanism for this is just science that has purposely been watered down, complexified to deter you with pointless equations and wild goose chase theories that are separated from the spirit and class the human as a machine when it is integral and key to the reality, fundamental. And so the theories are always clash and never make sense with each other's presence. They don't exist in cohesion like we do, like we are supposed to do. And why physics, why science has not made any breakthroughs in the last half a century, and why no one has yet to discover a unified field theory where they can generate infinite energy, because infinite energy comes from the spirit, the universe inside of you, the infinite nature of the human. There is a reason we don't remember all of our past lives, and it is because we have lived through every life to have ever occurred. So the physical vehicle you think you are is irrelevant. It is the journey, the lessons, and the love your soul gives and receives that matters and determines where your soul goes next time around and what it needs to learn in the next incarnation. Luckily, we are put on a planet with people that need to learn similar lessons, so we don't feel isolated and so heavily burdened by our pain, as we can relate and share sanctity with those going through the same pain, crafting pathways for change by putting our heads together and being the new unified world we want and need deeply, sharing the light in the darkness. Ironically, people that say all this spirituality stuff is bullshit are the most tied up in their soul's spiritual negative thought karma. Therefore, they are the most spiritual. As you can say, where is the spiritual? I can't see it. I can't locate it or enter it. So it doesn't exist. It can't exist, right? However, when someone is right in front of you and trying to tell you something may be important, but you lack the focus and you do not pick up a word that comes out of their mouth, I ask, where did you go? Your friend may say, Earth to John, were you even listening? No, you were imagining, traversing the spiritual plane, caught up in the power of the spirit that can extract you from the physical moment at any time of the day. As the spirit is all that there is, all that will ever be. The spirit is all that animates the body the reality, all that experiences and enjoys it. So you can say all you want that the spirit doesn't exist. It doesn't mean that it isn't the spirit that is saying that. We lack perception of the spirit. However, this does not mean we are disconnected from it, as we all feel the pain inside our spirit. We just ignore it and let the perception, the thoughts flow round and carry us away in the same cycles of lack and pain, thinking this is the nature of the world, so it is the nature of the universe, of the whole of time. However, one must remember we are the nature of the universe first, so only we can choose to break the cycles with a better perspective. Time, reality, does not exist without the observer, so therefore the observer is time itself. The observer generates a reality to spend time, space, learning how to appreciate all conscious experience and how to add love to it, how to express only positive energies, so that when the cycle of life is completed, a more positive one is only manifested through the adding up of your karma, and therefore generated to learn more expansive lessons, a more expansive, higher energy cycle of life is created through breaking through a lower one, a more negative one that was a lesson. So time is illusionary. There is only cycles of existences. There is only the observer. This is evident when experiencing divine synchronizations, divine synchronicities, seeing repeated numbers on the clock like 111, 222, 333, 444, etc. These normally occur after emerging from deeply contemplative quantum episodes of inner thought reflection, as the exchange of intelligence through expanded conversations or higher knowledge allows for energy in the form of ideas and realizations to rip through the fabric of space-time and be pieced together to complete the collective picture of divine consciousness we were all put here to create, to form. The sudden jolt you get after returning to the physical, after drifting off into such higher energy thoughts, is the feeling of consciousness jumping from person to person. It's just not fully realized, as consciousness can barely handle the infinity of one memory bank at a time, as there would be an imbalance in pain to sort through, in perception, if we were burdened by our past lives, by more than one life of experience of pain and suffering. So therefore, one life of pain and love equates to all the past lives. It is just deeply encoded in this life. So therefore, the energy to create the infinite love of all past lifetimes exists inside of us. This is the creation energy, the creation principle that we love experiencing from our favorite artists, our favorite movie makers. Every creative is pulling from their past lives in their imagination. And this is also why we find such depth and clarity in ancient knowledge, as we wrote it and realized it through that experience, proving once again we are all the same consciousness, bouncing from different perspectives, different timelines, experiencing similar but different lives, a collective organism, sharing and learning, building this one experience we call Earth, or shall we call it and create it New Earth. Alright. Like, share, subscribe, safe man, peace and love.